fucking cool, mate. I got a fish burger, had one mouthful and went, I'm getting salmonella. I cannot eat this, and threw it in the bin.
You don't get salmonella from fish.
I was going to get dead. Welcome to the Boardcast. Episode number no one cares.
Every time.
You got to do something for me. You need to like and subscribe on YouTube.
And Spotify.
And you can subscribe on Spotify.
Mm-hmm. You just hit the plus button.
It would make a big difference if you guys did that for us. So just even if you don't know what we're talking about, just hit the like and subscribe buttons.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost anything. It's easy to do.
It doesn't impact your life, but it does impact ours.
Yeah, so impact our lives and hit like and subscribe. So let's talk about where are we up to? Like, just so people listening know, it's early August?
Yeah, just started to be August, but we're like the 6th.
Yeah, so still middle of winter. It's cold. It's warm during the day at the snow and then freezing at night. So it'd be traditional Australian conditions of sheet ice in the morning and slush in the arvos. 1
month left of proper winter.
Yeah.
And then spring.
Spring skiing time, or just spring in general. It's been really cold this winter, eh?
Do you know if we're meant to be getting more snow this week?
No.
Next week? Haven't looked.
I only look 7 days out. Doesn't make any sense beyond that. Yeah, it's supposed to be quite Australian-y, warm days, cold nights. So we'll see.
I actually love spring riding in Australia.
Yeah, it's better than sheet ice riding.
It's some of my favourite times.
It's like I've always said next best thing to powder's slush.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar. It's just slower and noisier and slushier and water.
Yeah.
It's just wet powder.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's funner.
What's your favourite thing to sell? I feel like all we've done is been in that shop dealing with customers for months now.
Yeah.
And tuning and paperwork and all the usual bullshit that runs a business. But what's been your favourite thing to sell? Like, what hasn't driven you crazy? That's a better way to put it. Because most of it's fucking driving me crazy. I'm struggling.
Like, do you know what? I've kind of gotten to this point where, like, I remember me being in the shop when I was like 18 through to 25, like real young, and was not an owner yet. And I was like full of life and like really happy. And I always like, we always made this joke that we were yin and yang, and I was really like the positive, bubbly, like friendly, like outgoing one. And then
that's me now.
And you've been like referred to as like jaded and like stuff. And like now that I've ran the business with you for so long, I get what it's like being a business owner.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah, my positivity in the shop is fake. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether it's fake or not. The positivity has to be there.
I guess what it is, it's the complexity of all the things that your brain has to think about. And it's like we're not just there to serve the customer and get them the right product. And
we kind of are.
Well, we are, yes. So that takes priority.
I have to tell you, but that's the job.
Yeah, for sure. But then we've also got to make sure that we're paying tax and we're paying rent and we're paying bills, and we're, our staff know when to show up and like our staff all have jobs, and, there's so many other things that we have to take up our mental load.
That's why you stay up for the customer but down for the problem is the better you know the customer, the more you can be yourself, and they see that you're not up. They see that you're kind of flat and burnt out halfway through winter.
Yeah, I think this is my first year where like I've started being like more real, like to like the people around. It's like they come in like, "How you going?" I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, what do you want?
You don't just blindly go, good.
Do you want me to be upbeat and like have this like, I don't know.
You can't be all the time, but I don't know. I've found this winter strange. I think the sale mentality that everybody has towards retail, which might have been pushed by the fact that whatever you want to call it, cost of living, fucking interest rate rises, whatever, the sale mentality is now so thick in retail that it's hard to enjoy selling. You're not necessarily selling people the product that they should buy anymore. You're selling them the one they can afford or the product they can afford. And that sucks because I'd much rather put people on what's perfect for them than go, so you're after new board and bindings, what's your budget? And they go, $800. And you go, oh, okay. So you're getting average shit all the time, or you're getting sales stock or whatever. You're not really getting stuff that's going to make snowboarding more fun or skateboarding more fun.
You know that person is not buying the right size board, and you tell them and they're like, they just choose to buy it based on the fact of the price.
The boots are scarier.
Yeah. I had a customer today actually, and he came in with that mindset, needed new boots, didn't want to spend a lot, but then through the sale we were talking and he was like, you know what, I'm going to buy the ones that are the right for me. And at that point I'm like, that's because I feel bad when a customer walks out with the wrong product and you know that you're like, oh.
But you can't force people to buy something.
No, of course not. But like, you know.
I had a kid today say he tried on 3 or 4 pairs of boots, and he said after he found one that was perfect, which was not an expensive boot, I think it was $400. He said, have you got anything cheaper? And I went, these 32s are on sale, and they were $315. And he put them on his foot, and you could see he was like, I really want to like this boot. And he didn't, and was like battling his own.
Because of the price?
Yeah, he was like, I want to buy this $300 boot because it's so cheap. But he ended up buying the $400 one, which was still a bottom-end-ish boot. But I don't know. Like you buy, I've been saying that line all winter. I don't know who said it to me. I think it might have been Tim or Tim from Rush. Maybe it's shop with your eyes shut. But I say it to everyone, just fucking buy what fits good. Don't buy what's...
With boots you have to.
Yeah. Anyway.
You really have to.
People don't. But I've enjoyed selling some stuff. There's products this year where I'm like, oh, fuck, that's a good product. You can sell it and you go, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few. Salomon boards, particularly. I'm like, every time I sell one, I'm like, that guy's going to love that. And I've heard back from a lot of them. And they're like, man, that Huck knife's the best board I've ever ridden. And it's kind of cool when you know you've sold them boards previously, but you sell them something that's just got tons of tech in it and is a good price. People are stoked.
Yeah.
And they sort of come back and tell you. That makes you feel good.
Yeah. On that, I'm Salomon bindings for me because I'm not.
Salomon. This is a Salomon commercial sponsored by Freshwater Brewery.
Yeah. No, but honestly, like, I'm not a binding person.
I am.
You are.
They're good.
And for me, like, I've learnt bindings later.
Yeah, you say you're not a binding person. You're writing one of the best bindings on the market.
Yeah, which is why I feel really good selling them because I've ridden it for the last 8 years or something like that.
But it probably makes you a binding person because wait till you ride something that's not as good.
I've ridden
and you
other
go,
bindings.
Fuck, they're not as good. Yeah. Yeah, it's good, hey? How good is that? How good are step-ons? How good are selling step-ons? We don't sell them, thank God. But yeah, there's some problems, but there's some products that I just love selling. There's other products that I hate selling, and there's products in between.
I do like selling outerwear to women.
I hate it.
I know.
It's torture.
I like it.
If you come in for outerwear and get me, you're basically on your own. I almost said something then so bad. You're on your own. I'm not selling to you. I don't fucking care.
Oh, actually, I did have a guy come in and I sold him stuff and it was like the best sale and it made me so happy just purely because of him and his personality and like sold in the board, and then we were looking at bindings, and then he picked a purple binding to go with the board. It had a tiniest little bit of purple in it, and he was like, yeah, the purple bindings. And I was like, fuck yeah. And I just started, not me influencing it, but just started matching his whole get-up color coordinated, and it was sick. It was so cool.
That's torture to me.
And then he came in another day later, a couple of days later, and got outerwear and matched the outerwear to like the whole thing. It was all like blacks and grays with like little hints of like purple and stuff like that. But like the whole outfit then got color coordinated, and I was like so stoked. It was
so
really
many
cool.
things I want to say, but I won't. Anyway. I don't. People ask me all the time, what binding do you think looks good?
You call me over,
yeah, I'm like,
and you
I
go, Claire, which one looks better?
Yeah, because I genuinely don't care. I don't. It's like, put the fucking one that works on it, mate. Don't. Who gives a shit if it's white or black or green?
But you pulled me over the other day to pick between a full black binding and a black and white binding on this board.
That was mainly because I don't give a shit, and I just want you to make up their mind for them because I'm bored with the sale. I'm like, I need to finish this. Pick a fucking binding, mate. They're the same. They were the same binding.
Just different colours.
Different colours.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's sake, the board was black and white. One binding was black, one was white. Just pick a binding. I don't.
Well, the one I
make
picked
decisions.
looked great.
Yeah, cool. I'm stoked. He was stoked, and good for him. I just don't care.
You don't care about colour coordination?
No, fucking hell, mate. If you're buying colour coordinated, particularly snowboarding shit, skateboarding would be even worse. But if you're buying colour coordinated snowboarding shit, like, are you not going to at some point switch the board or the binding anyway? So I guess I do, right? I go through boards and bindings, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Because my shit, I had orange bindings for a while. They were fucking so ugly, but I didn't give a shit. They worked.
Speaking of this, I actually had another fun customer the other day, and it was skate. And it was a kid, and he was picking a cruiser, and he ended up wanting to build it, and he picked an old school board, a powwow, like sick, and the graphic was like dark grey background with purple and bright green, and then the kid was colorblind.
Well, how the fuck does he know?
So he was just picking off the colours that looked good to him.
Yeah,
and
perfect.
So he picked, the board it had purple and like fluoro green graphic, and then he picked blue wheels, and then he picked a tie-dye green and yellow grip tape on the top. But the colours worked for him in his brain.
Because it's all fucking grey.
I was like, we asked him.
I'm going to quickly turn that noisy thing off. Keep talking. Okay. I'm listening.
Well, no, because I'm going to wait for you. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just telling the story to myself.
Tell the story to the people, mate.
Yeah, but it feels like a conversation when you're here.
It is. I'm still here.
Okay. Well, we asked him what he thought the colour of the grip tape was, because it was like half was green, half was yellow, and then they blended in the middle.
Yeah, he thought it was all brown.
He thought it was all yellow. He couldn't see the green.
Ah, well, hang on. Remember I sent you that thing that there's no such colour as purple or violet or something, and we make it up.
In our heads.
Because that in the light spectrum or something doesn't exist. But we have to fill that emptiness with something. So the human brain creates a colour where there isn't one.
Mm-hmm. It's purple, isn't it?
I think it was purple or violet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So colourblind people just are wired wrong.
Yeah.
I've got a colourblind story.
Can they be pilots? I
fucking hope not.
I heard that if you're colourblind...
There shouldn't be a lot of things they shouldn't be. My colourblind story is about that.
What? List all of the things that you don't think a colourblind person should do or be.
A traffic warden of any description, because do they know what colour anything's going on out in the traffic?
True, good one.
Okay, well, here's my colourblind story. My apprenticeship...
An electrician?
Yeah. My colourblind story, I was an electronics technician, and one of the apprentices started and he kept blowing shit up. And we're like, fuck, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you having so much trouble with this? And it was because he couldn't see the colours.
That's crazy.
So he just was counting across how far across each end of the wire they were. like from that end to that end, he's going, oh, it's the third one along, and he put that in. But the wires twist as they're going through. So they had no fucking relevance to the other end, and he used to blow shit up all the time.
Fuck, that could have ended
It could have
really
killed him.
badly for him.
Like the back of a TV when I was a kid, when I was doing my apprenticeship.
Did he know he was colorblind?
He
figured it out? You figured it out?
We figured it out. He didn't. He got through school. This is how good the education system was in the 70s and 80s. He'd got through school and started an apprenticeship in electronics, which is all based on colours. There's the Rojibiv, right? Red, orange, yellow, indigo, violet, blah, 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 blah. That's how you know what shit goes where.
Yeah, right.
Like when you're wiring a TV or a video recorder or whatever it was back then, if you didn't know the colours, you couldn't do anything.
Mm.
And he was blowing shit up. And my boss at the time figured out he was colorblind, and they had to get rid of him.
Crazy.
And it was a quick dismissal.
Yeah.
Like back then, there was no 3 warnings or any of that shit.
You'd be like, sorry, this isn't your line of work.
They shouldn't be a doctor. They shouldn't be a fucking cop. They shouldn't be a fireman. They shouldn't be anything. I don't know what colorblind people should do. Definitely not a fashion designer.
What
can they do?
I just thought, no, because they still see.
We're going to get so many comments about this.
You are.
Yeah, I'm going to get so many comments about this. Can't wait. Correct me. Feel free to put in the comments what it's like to be colorblind.
But it's not like they don't see any colours. It's not like they see in black and white.
No, they see colours, but...
So if you're driving, right?
Well, you know which light's highest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed to drive.
Now, if they're an electrician, it's like, okay, I see red as green. So the red wire goes with this colour, but he'd now know to be like, okay, for me.
No.
You don't trust that?
No fucking way. No, not electrician. No, there's only 3 colours involved. And if he can't tell which one's which, you're going to kill someone.
Yeah.
Or yourself.
Okay, but just think about this though. Because everyone was born and we were told that red is red and that we were told that blue is blue. So his green just looks different.
No. I think it's different. Yeah, but hang on.
How do colorblind people?
I think a lot of the colours blend. You said it yourself before. The green disappears for him. It's just yellow. So you can't.
So there's certain colours
they're not
they can't.
Substituted. They're just
but sometimes
gone.
they see them as brown, or sometimes they see them as.
The kid I worked with saw everything as fucking brown, so he was basically seeing in black and white. There were some colours that worked, but most colours were brown. So he didn't see.
Like tonal?
I don't fucking know. I wasn't in his head. But either way, he almost killed himself and could have killed us. There's heaps of jobs they couldn't do.
So there'd be a sliding scale of colour blindness.
I think so. Correct us when we're wrong, because we always are. But yeah, I think there's a sliding scale. That's what I think. I don't know. I'm sure there's someone out there that will know.
I'm fascinated by it.
All right, let's talk about the Olympics.
Let's
waited
go.
20 minutes. Like the street skating's finished.
Done. Yep.
Liv didn't qualify for the final.
Did you speak to Justin when he came in the other day?
No.
Liv, after her heat was done, she ran back onto the course and tried the nose grind and landed it.
Of course she did. There's no pressure, right? Anyway, so the whole thing about the Olympics was the pressure got to her for sure. She hit her head really hard on the best trick thing. She smacked the back of her head really hard.
Yeah.
She got up and directly into the camera. You could lip read it clear as a day because my daughter said, "Dad, did she just say I hit my fucking head?" And I went, "Yeah, she did." and I presume like tens of millions of people were watching as Liv got up and went, "Oh, I hit my fucking head." And it was very obvious lip read. But
she hit her head pretty badly.
Yeah, she smacked her head, but she didn't get through. Nor Chloe got through, but then didn't do well in the final. 8th. And apart from that, how much Olympics have you watched?
Very little.
What do you know of? I've watched a few events.
Oh, I know. Have you watched breakdancing?
No, has it been on yet?
I don't know. I have not looked
I'm
to when
going to
it's
check
on.
on 9 Now. You just go on 9 Now and you look for the sports.
No, I only watched Live.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what I've watched. 3.5 minutes of water polo. That's such a fucking stupid... man, why do I do this? People
Here we go. Welcome to another episode of Al's Rants.
No, not at all. Water polo is silly. Most of the action... most of the action's underwater.
You tamed that down a little bit, didn't you?
I did. Most of the action's underwater. I think there's a lot of kicking and craziness going on underwater.
Fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
On top of the water, it's like a head and an arm throwing a ball. It's really, really not great to watch. So I couldn't get through a quarter of that. Not even, I don't know if it's played in quarters or halves or whatever, but I got through 3 minutes.
Pretty fucking tough sport to play.
Yeah, cool. But
you want to see all the like dirty shots that happen underwater.
Then I think it'd be a good spectator sport. They need an above water camera and an underwater camera on a split screen.
Yeah, one of those glass pools that you can see underneath.
Well, I'm not there, so I don't need a glass pool. I just need cameras.
Okay.
But what else?
Can they just put in scuba divers and just
filming.
go around filming?
That'd be cool. It'd be sick. I think there's a lot going on. Anyway, stupid sport. What other stupid sports come around once every 4 years? Golf. We talked about this in a previous podcast.
Yeah.
Is golf at the Olympics? Our signwriter, customer, friend of the store, Andrew, sent me a clip of golf being played at the Olympics, and I didn't realize it was the Olympics, so I just sent back 2 question marks. And he's like, you asked whether golf was at the Olympics. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It is.
Yeah, there you go.
Super boring. Jez watched the skateboarding and the golf. Who works for us, Jez?
It's literally that sums up his life.
I went, dude, you'd watch skateboarding and golf whether it was at the Olympics or not. And he went, yeah, you're right. I would.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
He watches.
He's watched no Olympics.
Yeah, he'll get his lunch, and every time it's just
golf or skateboarding.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of running, and I watched no swimming.
I've heard so much about gymnastics.
I saw a highlights thing of that shit American chick, Simone Biles or something. She's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Apparently she's like 4 foot something. She's not even 5 foot. She's
tiny. I think she's fucking
beast, man. The power she generates. I don't know how a 4 foot person gets 12 foot high off it. And I saw all the comments. I think I saw it on Instagram or something. Saw all the comments. It's a sprung floor or whatever. Everyone who said that, go stand on that sprung floor and see if you can jump 12 foot in the air. Not happening. Such a crock of shit.
I would love to go to a gymnasium and just
you would fucking
have a
kill
go.
Yourself. I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Mate, you've got a busted ACL already.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
What are you talking about?
Fuck. Give me 2 months, 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, no. Don't. One other sport.
Can we go do one of those Ninja Warrior things? Ninja Warrior courses?
You've got a broken ACL.
It's been fixed.
How far do you think you're going to get in a Ninja Warrior course?
Further than you.
Bullshit. No fucking way.
Yeah.
No.
You want to make a bet on it?
Well, where do you go to do a
dumplings.
Ninja Warrior course? I still want my dumplings. By
yeah.
the way. Where's the Ninja Warrior course?
I don't know. We'll find one.
There's no fucking way you go further than I will. No way.
Yeah.
No, not happening. Anyway, next subject. Speed climbing. I watched that last night. I went to climb at the gym and they had it on. Well, Ali, who never does any work, it seems like she just sits and watches.
Don't say that. Don't write out Ali. She's our favourite.
It's not Alison.
Oh,
Ali.
Okay.
No, I would never rat out Ali.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Alison. Anyway, Ali was watching the Olympics, so I was watching a bit of it. And then I went home and I was like, fuck, I might as well see what that speed climbing's like. A girl, 15 meters high, that is. It's the same every time.
Yeah.
6 point, I don't know.
They barely touch.
6.1 seconds. It looks like they're running on, doesn't look like they're going up. It's so fast.
Do you know what it reminds me of? A jaguar sprinting, but vertically.
Yeah, kind of. It looks like.
It's just like they just go. Doof,
yeah, it's
doof,
insane.
Doof, and then they're at the top.
And it's not like the.
Or a cheetah. Was it a cheetah or a jaguar? Same thing.
Big cat, whatever. the holds are not in a perfect line.
No.
So you'd have to have this muscle memory going on as well.
Are they identical
Yes.
every single time?
Left, yes. Yeah, it never changes.
Ever?
That's a set thing. Speed climbing is on a set course.
I didn't know
it's
that.
a muscle memory power thing. Apparently the men are doing it in 5 seconds. It's staggeringly fast. Like, I remember the last Olympics,
What?
Tokyo.
That's 3 meters in 1 second.
Yeah. Good maths. Look at you go.
Quick maths.
Anyway, yeah, it's fast as hell. I don't get it. It's nuts. I want to try it. I don't know where a speed climbing wall is.
Jill.
What's the back end of that? But it'd be cool to see if it took me like half an hour. I reckon it would take me at least 30 seconds.
What's the furthest distance? You won't know the answer to this, but what's the furthest distance between all the holds on the speed climbing thing?
I don't know. It looks like they're dynoing the whole way up.
It does.
Yeah.
So it's not like you'd have to, it would be like jump, 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 jump.
It looks like that, yeah. I mean, they're launching. They're pulling so hard. And, like, sometimes only one foot's on and you see the big slips where they lose a second or whatever and you're like, oh, man, she's gone. I haven't watched the men, but I think it's tonight, the men's, so I might watch it. But
When's bouldering and...
Bouldering was last night too, the qualifiers. Bouldering, the sets are like sets, which is what they call it when they put the boulder on the wall. The problems that they have to solve are like staggeringly difficult. You're just like, I don't, like in our world, black tags, but like I don't know, 12s, 15s, I don't know. They're just a joke. You look at it and I'm like, there's no fucking way that's possible. And then they figure it out. But yeah, they have a lot of attempts. Like, it's not like they just walk up and get it. It's hard. Super, super hard, obviously. Anyway, everything at the Olympics is hard. But the men's skateboarding was cool.
Mm.
I thought Yuto got very, very lucky to win. Like that last trick of his that he needed, whatever it was, 97. He got 97.1 or some shit. And to a 270, blind 270 blunt slide onto a rail is fucking mental. But Jagger Eaton basically did the same trick onto a ledge, which I actually think's sketchier. Like a rail's you're not getting as fucked up. I don't know. Either way, Jagger's was not as clean. So I guess that's what it was. But I hate judge sports, and I'm convinced that I'm still correct about that.
Yeah, I don't
like it.
I'd much rather, like, I don't know.
In the women's, they judged two of the girls in the best trick in Liv's heat didn't really have any tricks, so they ended up just ollieing. One of them ollied down the 10 stair, which is not fucking easy. Like, it's still a big set, and she had to ollie down, I think, the French or South African girl or something. One of them ollied maybe Spanish, and then the South African girl ollied down the stairs because she saw that the other girl got a 60 or whatever. And she went, I could put one of them in my back pocket because it's the best 2 scores. So she ollied down it and then got a different score. And I'm like, what the fuck? An ollie's an ollie. Like, they both landed clean. No one put their hands down. How is there a 2-point difference between the 2 ollies down 10 stairs? Judge sports are fucking stupid, and they shouldn't be. I don't know. I guess then gymnastics is kind of out too, right? If you take them all out, there's not much shit at the Olympics.
Yeah.
But I do prefer a sport where there's a definitive winner. You start here, you finish there. First one there wins. Like, that is much more.
And then for sports that aren't like that, I feel like it should be like, I don't know. For a best trick, I want to see someone land it. Like, I don't want there to be just 5 attempts.
What, you just want it to keep going?
Yeah.
Like Liv went back on the course and got it. Yeah, but
I know it doesn't work. It's the
How
Olympics.
Fucking the Olympics would go for 3 months.
Yeah, I know.
What
I know,
if someone's trying
realistically,
something
time-wise,
insane? You can't just
obviously
let them go.
within that, like you're not going to be like, oh, come back tomorrow. But like,
So you've got an hour to land whatever you want.
yeah, like if it's skateboarding, if it's a best trick, do a fucking best trick, and everyone, you skate for an hour.
I don't know. I struggle with it. I still struggle with all
Well, not
judge
even an
sports.
hour. You could do it in 20 minutes, half an hour.
I just feel for it, like everyone at the Olympics. It's such an amazing feat to get there. And like, I'm personally so proud of like Liv for making it. But God damn, it's hard when you get there. Like there's 4 years of build up and then you've got this one moment to perform. It's just so much pressure.
Yeah.
It's like I saw tears from little Chloe in the final. Like this is that age limit thing too, right? I stand by that now when we were talking about that a few weeks ago. Fucking blunt, 16 should be the minimum age. You should not be competing. I don't care what sport it is. You should not be competing if you're under 16. It's too much fucking pressure. You're stealing these kids' childhoods. It's not right. And I stand by that. So feel free to comment. I'm not going to change my mind. Nothing's going to change my mind.
Yeah, this is the crazy thing with like the men's skateboarding. Like the age gap
They're so much older.
is like 36.
Yeah. I think
Shane O'Neill?
34 maybe, whatever. But yeah, they're in their 20s and 30s. There's no teenagers. Well, little, what's his name? The little Japanese kid.
Yeah.
There's a couple, but they weren't in the final. Like the big names in the finals were older. And 16, man, just fucking put a line through it. 16. What's wrong with having an age limit? It's not the kids' Olympics. It shouldn't be called, if you want to have youth Olympics, have youth Olympics.
Yeah.
But 16 and up, no two ways about it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
There's
Definitely.
a lot of the whole controversy over the 2 girls that were fucking banned by the Boxing Association because their testosterone levels are too heavy or something, too high. There's been some weird shit going on over there.
How old were they?
They're women. They're just, I'm not sure what the story is. They're not trans athletes, I know that. But they had been previously banned by Boxing Federation.
Because they were taking testosterone?
Not taking testosterone, they naturally had higher testosterone.
Interesting.
Because they're not trans.
But I think you can increase your testosterone, I think,
here.
by eating certain foods too.
No, I think these are biologically different humans. I think they are. They're biologically different.
Like
humans.
they just naturally produce more testosterone?
I'm going to say something here that'll get me in so much shit. Hermaphrodite, maybe, when they were born and they were assigned women. I fucking hope I'm not just talking shit right now. But like they were both sexes and they got assigned one through surgical
at birth.
shit. But I know one of the girls, Ecuadorian or something, was brought up as a girl. The dad showing photos of her as a little girl. But the girl who fought her said, I've never been punched that hard in my life. And like there's science to say a man can punch 2.6 times harder than a woman. So if these women have been banned by boxing associations, the IBO or IBA or whatever it is, IBO I think, but there's probably a reason.
So you think there's something else going on there?
I don't know. I mean, apparently in the Olympics, all you have to have is a passport to state that you're female or male. If you've got a passport that says you're female on it, you're female. And that's good enough for the Olympics. So anyway, questionable gold medals, a couple of questionable ones.
Hey.
Yeah, that's about the Olympics wrapped up for me because I haven't watched much.
Yeah.
I'm not that interested in most of the sports. Most of the
I've
sports are once every 4 years.
I've spoken about this before, even like with snowboarding videos and stuff like that, and even skate videos. It's like I'd much rather watch something that I can relate to that makes me pumped to be like, that's better than me for sure, but that goes, I'm like, fuck. My head kind of goes, oh, I think if I tried, I
we
could
can
get
all run
that
and jump.
Not that fucking high.
No,
or
but,
that long.
I mean, I can't do the shit Fridge does on a snowboard either.
No, but I think it's more that like laid back, having fun on the mountain with a group of friends, rather than watching like The Art of Flight where they're like getting dropped off by a helicopter and flying,
It's funny, I can relate more to getting dropped off by a helicopter these days. Most of my friends are fat and old.
No, but
snowboard.
Let me finish my sentence. Like flying 60 foot through the air.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, but isn't that some of the Olympic stuff kind of gives you that vibe anyway? You get last night when I was watching the women climb, none of them looked happy, which is weird. But I think again that's that pressure thing that once every 4 years you got to perform now. I saw tears, man. The French girl, she did like a 7.8 second climb and she just started crying straight away.
Well, this is the other thing too, is like women, we run on a 28-day cycle.
Oh, we can't talk about this.
Yeah, we can.
You can. I'll just sit here in silence.
Men don't. You guys run on a 24-hour cycle.
What the fuck are you talking about?
A daily cycle. Every day you guys are just...
The same?
No, you're not. But like in terms of hormones, it's very different for men and women.
Do you want me to chuck you a life raft or something? Like
no, I'm just saying, imagine...
I'm not getting involved.
Imagine rocking up to the Olympics and you're a female and you're like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's that time of month.
I can't imagine that.
You can't imagine that, but you'd not be wanting to do it.
I guess not, no.
I remember when I used to climb and I would not climb that week because I'm like, I feel bloated, I feel heavy. I don't want to pull that weight up a wall.
Fair enough.
Cool, let's change the topic because you're uncomfortable.
No, I can't. I don't have any input.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what you're talking about. I know it exists, like most men.
But that'd be why...
we don't know what it's like.
I know, but like for women, like you've got different hormones, so them coming off a thing and crying, it's like they've got different emotions and hormones and
I think most of it is just pure pressure build-up.
And adrenaline and...
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's wild that once every 4 years we do all this shit, but there's so many sports that don't see the light of day. Like, when was the last time you heard of fucking badminton tournament happening? It's only the Olympics that shit exists, like rowing and badminton, and there's so many sports you just don't ever see.
Rowing's still pretty big.
Where do you see that?
America. They fucking love to row at a university.
I'm sure that
I've watched a few college movies to know that.
Yeah, but it's not, okay. They're not, what I'm saying is, unless you went out of your way to see it, you never see it. And then all of a sudden, every motherfucker's an expert on how many people should be in the boat and how fast it should go. And it's like, I don't know shit about any of those things. I really don't know much about many sports. I know a little bit about a few. And a lot about a couple.
And you like to commentate on all.
Yeah. But I don't know shit. Like with the Olympics, I genuinely don't really have much to say. I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I know what's dumb.
Yeah.
But I know people could be into dumb shit. Like people are into equestrian. We had this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand why you'd want to do all that shit. You have to feed the fucking horse. That costs a fortune. It's cool though, whatever.
Yeah. Each to their own.
Yeah. BMX racing, that seems like something little kids should be doing.
How much do you reckon the Olympics generates in revenue?
For who?
For the country that holds it.
I think they lose money, don't they?
Then who gets all the money from the ticket sales? The Olympic Committee?
I have no idea.
Someone's got to be making money.
Well, I presume the country that hosts it makes money from the tourism. But there's no way.
Japan got fucked over on that side.
Yeah, didn't Japan get fucked over? And the next Olympics should be in Japan. But they didn't do that. They stitched them up, took away their crowds and went.
And Japan's so honourable that they just haven't caused a ruckus about it.
If I'm Japan, I'd be like, fuck you, we want the next ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I know that it costs billions to host the thing.
The tickets are expensive.
Isn't Brisbane hosting one in 2032 or something?
Mm-hmm.
What year is it? 2024, so yeah, 2032. Brisbane, the city. Man, well, they're going to swim in that fucking river.
Tell us what you think about Queensland, Al.
No. No, I'm not doing that.
The great Sunshine Coast state.
I'm not talking about it. I know that if they have to swim in Brisbane River, that's fucking brown and it's going to look terrible on TV. But
surely someone's making a lot of bank off the Olympics, though. Tickets are fucking expensive just to go see one.
Yeah, the Olympic.
It's like they're like hundreds of dollars.
Committee.
Like, how much did Liv say a ticket was to go watch her heat?
A couple hundred, I think.
Like four?
No, a couple hundred. I think
like
the finals
7?
were 600.
600?
Yeah, but
that's only that heat, right? Like that section.
Mm.
Like it's not like you buy a ticket for women's skateboarding and you get to watch all of women's skateboarding.
No, it's that session that day. Yeah, I don't know. It's expensive as hell. I went and saw the baseball at the Sydney Olympics.
Did you?
That sucked. Yeah, it was 1-0. Australia lost 1-0 to Cuba in baseball. It was torture. I was like, how the fuck does this game go for this long and be 1-0?
I don't know anything about baseball.
Yeah, it's like cricket, but slower.
How long does a game go for?
9 innings.
What's an inning?
3 outs.
Okay.
That's my extent of baseball knowledge. It can go for as long as it takes to get 3 people out. They can just keep batting all day if you can't get them out.
Well, I have one fact on the Olympics.
What's that?
I sent this to Liv.
Wear a helmet because you're going to hit your head.
No, I said to her that because obviously I was messaging her right after her heat, and I said it's pretty fucking amazing what she's managed to accomplish. I said there's 27 million people in Australia.
Yep.
And Australia sent 460 athletes to the Olympics this year.
Yep.
And Liv is one of them, which is...
Really?
I know, obviously. But the 460 people...
Is that the regular Olympics, not...
That's this year. Australia sent 460 athletes
to the
to
regular
Paris.
Olympics, not Paralympics.
I don't know. Google just told me.
Okay.
460 athletes went to Paris, or this Olympics.
Yeah.
Which is 0.0018% of Australia's population, and lives in that percentage. And I sent that to her, and I was like, I'm like, dude, that's fucking amazing. 0.0018%.
Yeah.
Of Australia's population went to the Olympics.
Yeah. And you said that to a dyslexic person who's like, I don't know what that means.
She wrote
be
back,
like,
she
what
goes,
the fuck?
Fuck, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
Because I obviously...
She's actually really good with numbers.
Yeah.
She just can't spell. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty fucking cool.
Not many people go.
And that's not...
amazing.
That percentage wasn't just her. That was all 460 athletes.
Obviously.
Well, I'm just making that clear. Liv wasn't...
Someone's not great at maths.
No, I was just making that clear for anyone who was a bit confused. Hey, it's my fucking statistic.
Hey, it's your podcast. Say whatever you want.
I did. I'm done now.
All right. Well, next week.
Are you going to bring some whiskey in for me to try?
Yeah. I'll feel better next week too. I've been a bit sick. Might have heard me coughing. But yeah, I've got 3 or 4 to try. So we'll do a live whiskey tasting.
What country?
I bought a second bottle of one because I'm going to stick in the cupboard.
All right, don't tell me about them. Tell me about them next week.
I'm not going to tell you about them.
You're going to have to do like a full tasting. Being
How
like,
are you
this
do
has
it? Do you want
palates.
blind tasting or you want like so you can't tell the difference or you want to just guess what they are?
Oh, let's do that. That sounds fun.
What if I bring from different countries?
Bring different countries.
Oh, the church bells just rang.
Different countries. And then I'll have 3 glasses and I have to guess which one's which.
Yeah. How the fuck are you going to do that? I'll be so impressed if you pull that off.
Let's see how good I am with whiskey.
I'll tell you what, I'll bring one.
No.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter if I tell you what countries. I'm going to
I
tell
thought you were going to give me all the hints.
Well, you're going to just guess random countries from
I
around the
know,
world.
I know. If you're going to bring one, I know what it's going to taste like. And I'll get that one right.
I bet you won't.
Okay.
You think you know what a Japanese whiskey tastes like straight away? Bet you don't. Man, what I'm learning about whiskies is it's fuck all to do with the country and everything to do with the barrel.
Okay.
So if it's a sherry barrel, it'll taste different to an oak barrel.
Can we... Actually, I have a better idea.
Blendeds taste different to single malts.
Can you bring... How many are you going to bring? Different flavours?
Bring flavours. It's not a fucking ice cream testing. 4? What do you want? 5? I can bring
that's
5.
excessive. Let's start with 3.
No, 4.
4, okay.
Because there's 4 major countries, right?
Okay, let's do that.
Scotland.
Yep. Japan.
I think Ireland. I think I should bring an Irish one.
Yep.
And I'll bring an Australian one.
Okay. So 4, what I think we should do is get 4 identical glasses and put a sticker on the bottom of what they are. And then you and I both close our eyes and we'll get someone else to pour them in.
I've already drunk them all. I know.
And see if you can actually guess. See if your education is paying off.
No, but my previous tasting is paying off.
Let's see. Let's
Okay.
put it to the test.
Yeah. I'll know a couple straight
And then
away.
you're doing a blind tasting. Well, not really because you've drunk them all before. But I will.
To be honest, it's
see if
really
you get
hard
it right.
to tell the difference
We'll see if you get it
until
right.
you start drinking them next to each other. And then you're like, oh, shit, that tastes completely different.
Yeah, cool.
I'm still in my beginner stages of being a whiskey drinker.
I want to discover more.
There's a shit ton to discover. I'm discovering that. There's
Yeah.
a lot of whiskey out there. Australia's getting good at it too.
Yeah.
I was shocked by how good the Australian one was.
There's I don't know why this just popped in my head because I went there on the weekend. There's a new wine bar in Manly. It's
I don't
excellent.
drink wine.
I do.
Wine's for girls and alcohol.
Whiskey's for men.
Whiskey's for cowboys and sailors.
And outlaws.
No, rum's for sailors. What's whiskey for? Old men with pipes. Anyway,
All
that's
right.
that.
Cool. Tune
Thanks.
in next week.
Everyone's getting drunk.
Yeah.
So yeah, like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.